Let's go. Hurry up. It's not my fault. Just shut up and run.
Hold it right there.
Harry was a small-time crook.
Oh, boy.
Till he opened the door
Oh, no, we're not ready for your audition.
Just take him. He's ready. You ready, right?
to a really big break.
Quit acting like the good guy. You got your partner killed. You killed him.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Old school method. Get me Gabe Perry on the phone.
But he'll need a real cop
Detective lessons tomorrow for your acting.
Oh, you're the consultant.
if he wants to act the part.
You must be
Gay Perry?
still gay?
Me? No. I just like the name so much, I can't get rid of it.
So what do you do?
I'm a private detective. She thinks I'm a detective.
Of all the idiot things to do.
My sister was
Honey,
murdered. Are you gonna help me?
I gotta check my schedule.
Can you help me, Harry? Because you're not gonna help me to find somebody else.
So sometimes I have other. My caseload is pretty.
Thank you.
From Shane Black, the creator of Lethal Weapon,
Do not play detective.
Moron.
Go home before the bad guys do something bad to you.
2 corpses in 3 hours. I mean, that's unusual, right?
Yes.
comes a mystery.
It's a frame up. First things first. Do you have the corpse?
I got rid of it.
You threw it away. Look up idiot in the dictionary. You know what you'll find?
A picture of me?
No. The definition of the word idiot. Ow.
That starts with a kiss
Why'd you lie to me?
It was an excuse to stay around you, so I mean, I think.
Ow! Did I just cut off your finger?
Yeah. It's on the floor. Pick it up. Pick it up.
and ends with a bang.
Where is the girl? You put a live round in that gun.
Oh, yeah. There was like an 8% chance.
Who taught you math?
Robert Downey Jr.,
What do you think? I'm stupid?
Val Kilmer,
Yes. I think you're stupid.
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Kiss me. What? Kiss me.
No. These lessons suck.
By now, you may wonder how we wound up here. Or maybe not. Maybe you wonder how Silly Putty picks shit up off comic books. The point is, I don't see another goddamn podcast. So pipe down and listen up, as tonight, Fine Movies, Fine Spirits is discussing the 2005 Shane Black modern film noir, Kiss, Kiss, Bang, Bang. And even though we could have done this at Christmas time, the only gift you're getting tonight is to hear my usual co-host. First up is a man who, before knowing this movie, Kiss, Kiss, Bang, Bang was a question he'd asked to seduce women. My buddy, David Corsetto. Do you get the joke, David?
No.
You go up to women and you go, kiss, kiss, bang, bang? And
No.
Probably
and then-
worked as well as his normal pickup lines.
Oh, it works.
It worked for
The
me.
Pheromones.
I didn't need lines, Chris.
He didn't need lines, just Coke lines.
Yeah.
Wha-
Oh, well. Drinking some
What are you
Milk Ultra.
drinking?
I'm only drinking Milk Ultra because that's what was in my fridge.
Nick Ultra,
Not-
nice. I just had one of those. Nice light. I gotta
Yeah.
slim down.
Well, thank you for asking. I'm drinking Malibu in honor of this movie taking place in California. And
Excellent.
it's the only line I can drink. I'm drinking Malibu and Coke Zero in my Teen Wolf cup. And that voice you hear is a man who very badly loves movies, but doesn't love movies very badly or something like that. I'm not very good at adverbs. Mr. Christopher Morris, how are you doing? And what are you drinking? Did you say yet?
I'm doing well. No, I didn't say. I really have to. I have to think. I'm drinking Bent Sluice Juice, an IPA from Bent Water Brewery, which I've had this before. Bent Water is Harry really had that bent water in the bathroom when he took a leak on that corpse.
I pissed on, what do you say? I urinated on a corpse, on the corpse.
Yes.
There are so many quick
It was a stretch.
little lines.
Such great dialogues. Fantastic.
Like this.
Director had done before. Oh,
So David, Shane Black, the first time you saw
Let
Shane
Mikey
Black,
tell you.
he was in the jungle.
Writing a movie. Oh,
Well,
okay.
The first time you saw Shane Black, he was in the jungle with Arnold
Acting
Schwarzenegger
also.
and Carl Weathers as they were chasing the Predator. Yes, he
Wasn't
was.
that the last time you saw him?
He was like the skinny guy. Remember the skinny nerdy guy with all in the team that took on the Predator, in the original Predator.
No,
You
I don't
remember the movie
that.
Predator?
He
Yeah.
wrote he wrote Lethal Weapon and
Oh yeah,
a handful of other movies.
Last
This was
Boy
his
Scout.
directorial debut.
This was his
And
director. Yes,
yep, written and directed by. I don't know why I'm stealing your
I know, right?
intro, Michael.
My
Sorry.
goodness, from 2005.
Go ahead.
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, written and directed by Shane Black, based on the 1941
Really? You don't
Red
say.
Halliday novel "Bodies Are Where You Find Them." Shane Black, he's worked with Robert Downey Jr. again for Iron Man 3. He's directed. You got to watch the Nice Guys. I almost think of that as like a spiritual sequel to this movie.
It
It's
really is.
just kind of like it's what is it? Ryan Gosling and I can't think of his name.
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe in this kind
Yeah.
of 70s.
A buddy, and also great chemistry. Maybe
Great
maybe we
movie.
might do that someday. But this movie's kind of like a hidden gem.
It is.
But I'm sorry, you probably were
starring-
still. Go ahead.
Yes, starring Robert Downey Jr., Val Kilmer, and Michelle Monaghan. This is pre Robert Downey Jr. getting his groove back. This he credits this movie with Jon Favreau noticing him and thinking of getting him for Iron Man. This is pre Iron Man, also pre Zodiac, which I recently watched or heard a podcast where Robert Downey Jr.
Is
was
it our
like
podcast?
doing Zodiac, and he was saying, "Thank you guys for taking a chance on me." And he's already
Wow.
cleaned himself up, but he wasn't getting work. And this movie, as much as he loved it, didn't really light the world on fire. As you said, a hidden gem. It kind of grew. Like I heard about it for years. I'd only watched it a couple of years ago. It was not.
Yeah, you could see where it wouldn't make him a star
Correct.
again. You know, like he was great in it, but it just wasn't that type of role. Val
Right.
Kilmer to me is
Val
actually
Kilmer was great.
almost steals the movie, but they're all great.
Was this Val Kilmer's last real big movie? Because he kind of took a
No.
hiatus before he got sick.
Yeah, I mean, he
Yeah.
did this. When was MacGruber? Was that that was after this, right?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, MacGruber was in the 2010s.
Yeah, he didn't really do a great deal. And then, yeah, I know. It's like
Right.
sad that he's sick now. Yeah, but as I said, this didn't do gangbusters at all. It for a $15 million budget, it made $15.8 million. Small movie. It did have a Rotten Tomato score of 86 for the critics, 87 audience score. It just wasn't, it was a movie I remember hearing good things about. That's all I knew. And it was like an ode to like film noir. And it really was
Definitely.
with the voiceover and everything. I mean, it was,
And the title sequence was like an old 60s spy
Yep.
movie, the credits. And then the title, I don't know if I don't remember if hearing I think I heard of the movie,
Yeah.
and I don't even remember what I heard about it. I was kind of like, what, weird title. But I guess it's from like the Japanese described James Bond movies.
yeah,
Those types of movies as like Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
and I think in one of the James Bond songs, I thought they said,
romance.
"There's Mr. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang." The lyrics.
He's tall and he's dark, and like a shark, he looks for trouble. That's why the zero's double. Mr. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. He's suave and he's smooth.
So it's just an ode to those old spy movies. I mean, those old pulp. The movie's talking about these pulp books while the story is you kind of in one.
Yeah.
He's talking
Which
about how
is-
two different cases. They're obviously working in the same one. The voiceover, all the coincidences, like it's not. It's not realistic in the sense of the story. It's just a great, like, fun detective.
It is so fun. Like I hadn't never seen it up until maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and thought it was great. And then Dave, you hadn't seen it until just now?
I understand
Just
until
now.
last weeks. Yeah,
Until when?
last few weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just so I love breaking the fourth wall stuff. Right.
Yeah.
It's just even when he's narrating that stuff is so original when he's like Oh yeah, what a terrible narrator. I forgot to say this. And look at those two terrible actors in the, like
get out of the way.
in front of, get out of the way, and the dialogue and everything is so great.
And you texted earlier this.
Great in this movie. I actually thought this was one of his better ones, to be honest.
Who's?
Robert Downey Jr. I thought he did a great job with this movie.
No, he was. I wasn't saying he wasn't great in it, but it wasn't like I don't think that it would be. It wasn't like the type of role that he was. He's back. Like from kind of.
It didn't make him like.
What was he back from though? Realistically, what was he back from? He did nothing.
Well, it's the same as like
he was back. I mean, remember when
his
he
drug
was
addiction, and then he just didn't work much.
He didn't work much. Remember him being on trial,
like a Travolta.
Showing up like randomly in people's houses because he was just on drugs.
My point is, like, he wasn't back from being a great actor. Is what I'm trying to say. He was never in big.
Oh, I know,
but he was. But he was Oscar nominated.
Praised. He was pretty well praised. For his
Oscar
acting,
nominated for Chaplin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
which I never even saw. No interest.
No, never saw that. But I mean, it was.
Was that was before? Was that after though?
No, Chaplin was before.
Chaplin was before.
Yeah,
but that had to be 90s. So yeah, no, I hear what you're saying, Dave. But he was great in this,
and he's a good singer. I don't know if you realize that song at the end is him singing.
In love with a broken heart. You fell in love with a broken heart. Love in these modern times.
The end credits.
No, it did not.
There's a
so
Jr. jam.
Also great, and this is obviously Michelle Monaghan.
Yeah, Dave, what do you think of her?
And Dave, what do you think?
She aged very well too. I just recently looked at her. She's still pretty fucking hot.
David Hot Alert. Repeat. This is a David Hot Alert. This is not a test.
So this was few years before.
Adorable, I believe.
Gone Baby Gone.
I think so. Yeah, she's on a show now with Vince Vaughn on Apple. That looks pretty good. I've not.
Oh, really? Yeah, no, she is great in this, and as I said, Val Kilmer.
What's that? Wait, hold on, Chris. Dave had something important to add. Say it again.
Her boobies were nice too.
They were nice.
They probably still are.
Yep.
Yeah, there was a lot of.
I'm gonna put that on the poster.
What the huh? Holy hell! But there was some stuff that was just like the situational, just so original and hilarious. Not only the dialogue, but between Val Kilmer and Harry,
calling him an idiot,
Harry and
just
Harry,
constantly yelling at, like calling him. Well, if you looked up idiot the dictionary, he goes, "Would you see a picture of me?" He goes, "No, you see the definition of idiot, which you are."
Yeah, it's just things, just their conversation where he starts ragging on him, and he's like, when he's like, remember they walk and he's like, well, can I throw out my cigarette?
Do you have to smoke?
You want me to put it out when we get near there?
Yeah, as soon as you find a large brown clump of shrubs, just throw it in there.
He's like, yeah, as soon as you see a big brown bush, why don't you throw it in there?
That was awesome.
Idiot.
And I love in the bar when
he's like, she's dead. No, she's just resting her eyes.
When they're in the bar and he says some comment like insulting all the women and just doesn't even blink. He just ducks and the glass goes right over his head.
Oh yeah, yes.
After Robert Downey Jr.'s great line where he said that someone shook out the East Coast and all the normal people stuck and everyone else fell here. I thought that was a great line.
There was so many great little lines. The interaction between the first conversation between Harmony and Harry.
I'll tell you what. Just change your mind about that drink. I'll be over there with Native American Joe Pesci.
Oh, you are so on the money. That's very funny.
Why are you humoring him? Stop it. There's an empty table over there. I hear it's a recommended cheeseball hangout.
Native American Joe Pesci.
That was a good one.
Which was perfect.
Yeah, that was good.
I think she said something about Steven Seagal.
She said something about Steven Seagal, yeah.
Or yeah.
It's so funny. I was just thinking about the casting for that. They must have been like, okay, we need someone that looks
kind of
like this.
One thing you pointed out, which I didn't really think about, and then I watched it again, and I guess, this is almost 20 years old, but the the kind of the gay humor. It was a little like it was at the time. At the time, it probably would have been like, wow, look at, like, he's just a normal character who happens to be gay and he pokes fun at it.
Right.
It's a little like, whoa, he's gay. Like, I don't understand that. Like, it's still a little like,
yeah, it's a little clunky.
Lightly.
But here's the thing: he's like the smart one. You know what I mean?
That's
So
the thing.
People would be like, he's, they kind of in a Blazing Saddles way, like
exactly.
He's laughing.
That's a good analogy. Yeah.
But it's still like he has "I Will Survive" as his ringtone. You know what I mean? Like, it was just like, but their interaction is hilarious. But how dumb is Harry too? And he's like, when you like to dress in, dress in her underwear, or like just.
I do like when they were talking about the actors. He goes, "Oh, he's from Xanadu," and he looks at her. He's like, "Yeah," like it's the fact that he knew all the cast of Xanadu.
Exactly.
Like,
but
what?
Stuff like that is like, what was I gonna say? I loved how dumb Harry was, as I was saying. You said adverb when she tells him badly, and then he tries to do that to Perry to get.
He did it wrong, right? Okay.
He completely did it wrong. Yeah. He was describing a noun, and he said, I wish I could remember the specifics, but he's like, "You're an idiot." He's like, "That's a verb. That's an adverb, which describes a verb." And, just.
He was like
hilarious.
His complete disdain for him, for having to deal with him.
Right.
Well, wasn't
definitely
he supposed to be learning from him? Improv.
He was.
Yeah.
That was that was part of the plot. He was learning at his. Excuse me.
But it turns out the whole thing was just because Colin Farrell wanted more money, so they were using him as kind of.
Oh, right. Yes. You know what? Let me bang out the plot while.
Good, because
we're talking about the plot.
I'm watching, going. Am I missing something here? With the mystery, I'm like, wait, the two girls, this, that. There was a lot.
Yeah, no, I know. I kind of forgot about it and kind of had to read it. Well, I didn't really, right, as far as what they're doing with the body. And who was great? It was Larry Miller.
I jog by, hi, hello, that sort of thing. I feel for the guy.
This?
It's like the city can't get enough of messing with people. Like putting a whoopee cushion on the seat of an electric chair. Like that.
They always do this. You can never see below the waist. It's like a Playmate in 1964. It was always behind the bedpost, or there's a shadow. You never. What the fuck am I telling you for? Invite her to something, huh?
His small role. Do you know who he played? The casting director. Yeah. Pretty funny.
He's always like, good.
Can you move her? Can we see the bottom? Bottom half of her.
Oh,
all right. Let me get out my Jimmy Conway glasses. Small-time burglar Harry Lockhart unintentionally wins a screen test while eluding police after a botched burglary and is sent to L.A. by the casting director. At the L.A. party, Harry meets his childhood crush Harmony Lane and gay Perry Van Shrike, which is his nickname. P.I. hired to give him on-the-job guidance. Party host Harlan Dexter, played by who, Michael?
The great Corbin Burnson.
Corbin, if I could say it.
Roger Dolan.
Retired actor. He's pretty great in it. Retired actor has recently resolved a feud over his wife's inheritance with his estranged daughter, Veronica. During a stakeout at a cabin, Perry and Harry see a car being dumped in the lake. Noticing a female body in the trunk, Perry shoots the lock, accidentally hits the corpse. Deciding not to report it because it will make them look culpable. Believing Harry is a PI, Harmony tells him about her sister Jenna, who supposedly killed herself. Harry finds the corpse from the lake, ID'd as Veronica, in his bathroom, dumps it, and soon discovers Jenna used Harmony's credit card to hire Harry.
He's all over it.
Harry goes to see Harmony, and she accidentally cuts off his finger when I was talking about the plot, just out of the blue.
That was a great little segue.
Accidentally cut off his finger when she slams the door.
Get out of my life!
I'm at the airport, right? And I run into Flicka, and she just says,
Did I just cut off your finger?
Yeah. It's on the floor to my periphery. I don't want to see it. Pick it up. Put it on ice. Pick it up. Thanks.
Out of anger after finding out he lied about being a private investigator. At a party with Harmony, the two men from the lake beat Harry to try to convince him to go back to New York and stop looking into the crime. Later, Harmony and Harry follow them to Perry's stakeout, and Harmony goes to warn Perry while Harry sleeps in the car, knocked out from the painkillers. One of the killers is killed by a food truck owner, and Their accomplice, a pink-haired girl, steals Harmony's car with an unconscious Harry in the back. Harry ends up witnessing the other killer, who murders
Prison
the
Break.
pink-haired girl.
I
That
watched
guy
show.
is that what he murders the pink-haired girl and ends up being shot and killed by Harry. I'm out of breath. Harry meets Harmony at his
a
hotel,
lot
which she
going on.
reveals she told Jenna that Harlan was her real father, just to give her hope. Two of them hook up until she admits to Harry she slept with his best friend in high school, so he throws her out.
This is it. You are the dream girl. You always have been. This is destiny.
Before we do this, I have a little confession to make.
My
You know what,
best
Harry? Look,
friend?
God
You
damn
said
it.
you were just gonna drop by his house. You were gonna wave
jeez.
goodbye. Some way.
I was leaving for LA, Harry.
Chuck,
I was
my
never
best
gonna see
friend.
him. He looked sad.
He looked sad.
Yes, he did.
You slept with Chuck Chutney.
Oh, fuck, for Christ's sake, Harry.
What?
It was forever ago. Come on, I was a different person back then.
Yeah, you slept with Chuck Chutney. Excuse me.
Harry, come on.
You want your hand?
Harry.
Hearing of Harmony's possible disappearance, Harry and Perry investigate a mental hospital owned by Harlan, where they discover Veronica was locked in there to be replaced by the pink-haired girl to end the feud. So she was going to play, she was
The pink-haired girl was pretending to be the daughter.
pretending to be his daughter, so they, and to agree. You figured they probably wouldn't have flown. But Harry and Perry are captured, and Harry ends up contacting Harmony, who steals a van with Veronica's corpse. Harry and Perry escape, and both end up shot, but Harry manages to kill Harlan. I didn't mention the great Russian roulette part, which we'll talk about. In the hospital, they learn Jenna killed herself after witnessing Harlan having sex with Veronica's replacement, thinking her newly discovered father is also incestuous. After the funeral, Perry slaps Jenna's father. We know who played that character, right? And we discover Harry is working for Perry in fourth wall break at the end, which is fantastic.
That's it. That's the true story of what happened last Christmas. That was some pretty harsh shit with the old guy back there, right? But whatever, he's creepy. Fuck him. Don't worry about him. Anyhow, so, thanks for coming. Thanks for taking the trip to LA with me. I mean, if I had to sum it up, and I do, because, it's like the end, I would say that this movie is about friendship. Friendship is
What are you doing?
Is sacred. I'm just trying to wrap up the movie and leave the people with a message.
I've got a message for you.
All right.
Get your feet off my fucking desk.
Sorry. I work for Perry now.
And stop narrating.
Arthur's Room.
That's it. Please stay for the end credits. If you're wondering who the best boy is, it's someone's nephew. Don't forget to validate your parking. And for all of you good people in the Midwest, sorry we said fuck so much. Say goodnight.
Thanks again.
Now go. Vanish.
Now wait, who played the old father?
It was from Saving Private Ryan. He played old. He played old.
Old Damon.
Old Damon.
Old Ryan. Oh.
Old Ryan. Yeah. So.
I just realized
not
this is our
as
second
not as
Robert
nice of a
Downey
guy.
movie in a row.
Yes, we talked
Senior
about
to
that last
junior.
episode.
Yeah, that's right. That Russian roulette scene you mentioned.
Yes. I don't
So
know- I
great.
don't know what I did here.
Him getting all cocky, spinning the gun, putting one bullet in, and then
First shot.
boom.
I want you to picture a bullet inside your head. Can you do that for me?
Fuck you. Anyway, that's ambiguous.
Ambiguous? No, I don't think so.
No, I think he means that when you say picture it inside your head, okay, is that a bullet will be inside your head or picture it in your head? Like
Harry,
form an
will you
image.
shut up?
He's got a
Look,
point.
I don't know anything about a girl, seriously. I was bluffing.
You know what? I think that you are bluffing right now.
Harry, what are you doing?
Well, what I'm doing for the guy who likes to bluff is I'm playing a little game called Am I Bluffing? Huh? Where is she? Where the fuck is Harmony?
Harry.
You want to play hardball? I can do that. Where is the girl?
What did you just do?
I put in one bullet, didn't I?
You put a live round in that gun.
Oh, yeah. There was like an 8% chance. Wasn't it just 8?
8?
Yeah.
Who taught you
Maybe
math?
there's more. I don't know.
Shit.
What's the chances of that, too? And then he even said, what's the odds? He spit out the most outrageous odds. And
He said like
He thought it was at
8%.
8%. Yeah. It was
That was
great.
good,
That was
Darwin.
great. Just so original, and he shoots the guy, and it was great. So another great aspect was, like I said, the fourth wall stuff, the end, which I recently heard a podcast and they talked about the best fourth wall breaks, which obviously they mentioned like Ferris Bueller, talking to the camera and a bunch of other movies, but one of the guys had the end scene. They played the clip and I was like, oh yeah, I remember it. And it's just so great when he's like, when Barry's like, your best boy, the best boy is this person. He's talking about the cast.
But even
get your fucking feet off my desk.
Even before that, when he goes, yeah, I know, you think they don't want to end it on downer. He's like, why don't we bring everyone back? And they bring back all the people who died, including Abraham Lincoln, and then Elvis walks through too, real quick.
Right. Yes.
I love the fact that he was trying to tell Val's character that, what's her name? His love of his life as a kid. She was gracious enough not to have sex with his best friend. And then he finds out she does it as soon as he does.
And Val's like, oh, that guy, he's gay.
Yeah.
And I like the last scene you see before the fourth wall when Perry's walking out. He sees that same commercial and there's a different girl, meaning I think it's also like Hollywood. They'll take this guy isn't even an actor. He just shows up and they cast him, but they're not even using him. And then this girl, she just recycled to the next girl. Exactly. Yep.
Chew you up and spit you out. Yeah. Great voiceover and fourth wall stuff, and
all the voiceover stuff was great.
What else was like you said, Mikey? Shane Black, always a Christmas movie.
Yeah, I just someone mentioned that once, and I didn't even realize all his directed movies are set at Christmas.
I love the fact
even
that
his written movies.
Get the losing his finger. I love that aspect. Every
and he's like, you got to get out of there, and he's telling him the dog ate my finger. But what's funny is the first time we meet Harmony when she's saying how Rudolph the reindeer is racist.
Yes, racist. I'm serious. Look, the other reindeer, they laugh at him and they scorn him, and then out of the blue, they need him. He's as good as a fog light or whatever. You know what? So you tell me, how is it any different? Then no, don't talk to Reggie. He's black. Oh, wait. He can play basketball. Sign him up. Huh? Rudolph, Reggie?
Did you hear that story? Because it's funny because, I heard a running joke, and I always rant to my kids how terrible Rudolph is and how terrible the message is. Like,
oh, it's pretty bad.
It's like, now that we can, his own father.
Santa hated him.
Now that they can use him. I'm sure I've gone on this rant on the podcast too before. Now that they benefit from him. But that's funny. She was saying like, same thing with like an NBA player or something. I forget what she said, but.
He was quite a slut though in this movie.
Yeah, well, that was right, and Harry was pretty. The little spider scene. She's like, it is what it is.
When you think let's go back, then he wakes up with the friend instead.
Oh yeah,
that was funny.
Yeah, that was great. The some great lines when Harry says the first time he's actually being like a wise ass to him when they're following they're up at the cabin, and he's like, how'd she hire you? He's like,
she hired me to do some video surveillance.
She a looker?
Oh man, she opens the door, she got nothing on but the radio. And invites me to sit down, sits on my lap, fires up a spliff.
Really?
No, idiot.
Oh.
She hired me over the phone, paid for her with a credit card.
Okay.
Rule number 1.
Yeah.
This business, real life, it's boring.
She answered the door naked, sat on my lap, lit up a spliff. Spliff, right?
The only thing she had on was the radio.
Yeah, and he goes, really? He's like, no, idiot.
She called me, paid me with the credit card.
So good. And then, him peeing on the dead girl. That's great stuff.
That was
Harry also, I think, says something rotten in Denver.
Yep, which I don't.
Brightest bulb.
I don't get. I know it's something rotten in Denmark, but I don't understand. Like, what is that from?
It's from Shakespeare.
Oh. Okay,
it's
that's my.
From Hamlet.
I have a big hole in my brain for Shakespeare. I don't know anything.
Well, we're doing Shakespeare next, in two more movies. Shakespeare.
We are?
Just kidding. No, never.
We could do like a modern day retelling of Shakespeare in the film Goonies. from 1986, which is based on
How did I know you were going
The
there?
Taming of the Shrew, which I don't even think is the Shakespeare. Never mind.
No, it's not. What else? When the dog has the finger too, and he's like, he's telling him the instructions: get the finger, kill the dog.
Kill the
Just
dog,
funny
right?
how he-
But then the dog
mean,
just kind of
the
gives him
ending was-
sympathy.
The ending was very Lethal Weapon-ish, actually. I mean, after you say, like the whole he wrote Lethal Weapon, you can see a lot of the ending like that, like hanging
Electrocuting
from
him?
bridge. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's talking about when
Oh,
he
the hanging.
electrocuted him.
But even
When he's
remember when he
hanging from the bridge.
electrocuted him?
Drops the gun, the gun,
Oh, what is
actually wins his hand.
That's true.
Shoots the guys, like it's so 80-ish looking at the end.
Well, not only that, Harry is somehow like shooting these people and
Yeah,
just
he's a criminal.
great shot. I mean, I don't think he was a murderer.
No, that's true.
He
It's the
killed
first
his
time.
first guy. He was traumatized. But yeah, that's well, he was a magician. Remember that? And the guy, what's his name says fucking magician or something.
Yeah, that's what he
But
said
yeah.
when he nailed him.
I don't think it was supposed
He
to be
shot him
believable.
perfectly. He's like, what the?
They
No,
made it
I
a good
thought-
action. Right.
It was
I agree
such
with you.
a great tribute to the 80s action movie. I
Like a
thought.
throwback to the action comedy
Yes.
buddy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like the interaction with Harry when he met, even when he meets like the stewardess, and she's like, "What do you do?"
Hey there. I'm Flicka.
Hey. How are you?
Good. So what do you do?
I'm a private detective. And you?
I'm a stewardess.
Really?
Yeah. Well, nice to meet you.
That it?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then she's like, "Well, nice to meet you." And he goes, "What? So that's it? Okay."
That was great.
He goes, "Okay, bye."
You could see his the Robert Downey Jr. charm of the way he is quick, just reactionary stuff that he's
Yes.
kind of known for.
Great chemistry with those
What,
two,
David?
For sure.
You think he's charming? That's nice.
I think he's very charming. I think seeing Iron Man and Batman in a movie together is wonderful.
He is pretty charming as
Yeah, that
Iron
was
Man.
right. Nailed it.
He was the worst Batman, Mike.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
Wait, who was the worst Batman?
Val Kilmer? Baloney.
Oh, yeah, he
think
probably was.
Clooney.
Don't say Michael Keaton. I thought. Oh yeah. I didn't see all these, but probably I didn't see.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton was. Remember how crazy that was?
People are
that Michael
stupid.
Keaton was Batman. No, I'm saying like
I know.
First
like
Batman was
everybody
really
was
good.
like he's gonna be terrible. No, he was great. Like,
Yeah.
but it was
Yeah.
like such a curveball. It was like it's like making Tom Hanks. You know what I mean? It's like suddenly
Right.
making like Tom Hanks after
Before
like,
that, he was
Turner and
Mr.
Hooch.
Mom and Beetlejuice
and Night Shift.
and Night Shift.
Was it Beetlejuice first? Yeah, he must have been.
Yeah, he
but
was Beetlejuice like 87.
I don't know how we got
I don't know.
sidetracked with that.
Well, Val
But
Kilmer
this
was
movie,
Batman, and I ruined it.
so entertaining. I'm gonna have the kids watch this movie. I'm gonna throw it on the
this is
list.
it. And it's an easily rewatchable because it's just
It really is.
pretty quick and it's fun.
Yep.
But you know what
So-
else is
I like when he
rewatchable?
pisses-
Oh, wait.
That's
Sorry,
another cool.
Mike.
Yes, David. Dave's
Trust me.
always, my whole life, Dave says, I've always wanted to piss on a corpse. And seeing it in a movie, I think, was just awe-inspiring. I don't know.
Google that. No.
Yeah, don't Google it.
I feel like shit. Tonight. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like dog shit.
Yeah.
Well, you just
Me
came
too,
off
but,
of
you know.
11 days of vacation, probably partying hard. Then you worked probably 11 hours today.
Yeah, not really.
No?
Your grandkids probably are they in daycare or anything? Are they in
No, my
preschool?
grandson-
Preschool?
First, my grandson, Jace went to kindergarten today. First
Oh.
first day, full day.
Just today was his first day. Oh, did he have a
First
half
full
day
day.
last week?
No,
Oh,
no. First
I was
full
just
day.
trying to think of somewhere where he could have picked up the
Right.
goddamn germs and brought them home like my kids did.
Well,
One day. That's all it takes.
it
One
could
day.
take
Yeah,
one
that
day.
is all what it takes.
I mean,
apparently,
you know, you
although they
talk about-
had, my kids had school 2 days last week.
You
But
talk
I'm
about
sorry.
kids
Let's segue.
bringing home illnesses. Talk about kids starting school. What
Excellent
about
segue.
a kid who can see dead people? Yes, I'm
This movie-
segueing
Great.
into our next film. As we go back 6 years, back to the end of the 90s, 1999, to see the M. Night Shyamalan Classic. Yes, I will say classic film. This is David's pick. He's been after this one for a while, and I'm excited to rewatch it as we watch The Sixth Sense.
It's been far too long since we've done a Wahlberg film. We did Mark last week. We did Mark Wahlberg last time with Boogie Nights. And now
That's
we're doing
true.
Donnie.
Yeah, I was like, wait, we did Mark Wahlberg at Christmas. I forgot we did him 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
We haven't done a Donnie Wahlberg movie
Excellent.
in ever.
He was so
no.
fucking movie.
I didn't even know
we'll
it
talk
was him.
about it.
I
Yeah,
can't wait
so
to talk about it, but that is next time. Until then, you can find us on Twitter at fine_movies. I'm just assuming we're done talking about Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. You can find us on Instagram at Fine Movies, Fine Spirits. You can find Dave at Bar 25 on a Thursday or Friday night. David, any thoughts or anything you want to say?
No.
Good. As always, he's a professional. Christopher, any thoughts or anything you'd like to add before we head out here?
I'm just sad that the summer is over and now we're all sick.
I'm
Summer
so
is
cold.
over.
So bye summer.
I'm enjoying.
I miss you already. Jaws and the beach.
I'm ready for it to cool down.
Humidity.
I love it.
Love the cool air. It's been so nice. So
Yes,
nice.
yes. All right,
I'm not
Vince.
excited about them either. That's really not getting me going either. So that's a shame.
What isn't?
Football season's not getting me going.
Oh,
right?
that's too bad.
Yeah, it's
rough.
it's going to be a clown
I
show.
don't care. I'm going to enjoy it. I could care less if the team is struggling.
We talk about great movies while drinking. We talk about great movies while drinking. Yeah, we talk about great movies while drinking. And we feel fine.
It's fucking going.
Sorry, buddy. I moved it a day ahead and an hour in advance. My parents had friends over tonight. It's movie night.
Oh boy.
They don't watch them. They make them.
Fans not experts.